Good day. Hello, Ubu. Ugh. Delightful. I hold my breath every time I start that up. It's like, oof, will it work? What were we doing, actually? Door, working class husband, processing, fridge. Okay, yeah. We'll start in the fridge. Oh, I can't even access that now. What's in here? Oh, I forgot to take that. Explains why I didn't have it earlier. Bear fridge. The bear's eyes are still glowing red, watching over all the ice cream wrappers hidden inside its belly. So what do you think of this fridge, Kim? It looks big enough for 2 corpses. It's certainly an eccentric choice, but it's capacious and cold enough, too. The optics on this are awful, he thinks. We need to be as silent as we can. Should we go and get the body, then? I'll take the head, you take the feet. Stairs won't be easy, but we'll manage. The 2 of you, easily. Okay, let's do this. The body is heavier than you expected, and stinkier. It takes half an hour to get it down to the basement, and then 10 more minutes to stuff it into the fridge. The lieutenant takes a step back to admire your handiwork. Beautiful, he says, wiping his hands on his handkerchief. A dead body in an ice bear fridge. This is some of the best police work I've ever done. You've definitely earned a drink after this, perhaps even some pagan rites. Really? You think it's good work? No, not really. Look at that. What have we done? We stuck a dead body in an ice bear fridge. The story does not leave this room. He means it. He doesn't want to be the ice bear cop. We did our best with the means at our disposal. Did we, though? He sighs. Okay, maybe we did. At least we stopped the body from decomposing further. Now that you can conduct another investigation under controlled circumstances. Ooh, we're good on this. Ooh, we have new options here. How do you like it in the fridge? I like it a lot, brother. This really is your finest hour. You're a genius, a regular Capo Langlo. At the autopsy, you said you have ancient mysteries. Oh yes, Kobo mi Lobo. In the gift horse's mouth, tracks and wakes and waterways. Ancient materials buried. Yeah, that's a hint. To where, brother? Just a small gulp away, my beloved Kobo. A small gulp away. Enough. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm gonna quick save this just in case. My impulsive self would never be able to resist going in that fridge, yeah. Honestly, same. Alright, perception 4. Yeah, we're doing this. Oh my god! Oh. You touch the dead man's body, his skin is cold, light blue, and silvery in the light of the fridge. You still have no idea where to begin or what even to do with them. Lieutenant rubs aside for warmth. He'll come to you sooner or later, at least he's safe until then. Okay. I can't upgrade my perception anymore. I should have done that before. I should have done that before I upgraded my skill point. Then I would have been able to. Hang on. We're safe scumming this. I don't care. We do a little safe scumming. Okay, yeah, that's a big difference though. There we go. See, it spoilers you because you lose morale if you fail it. All right, but I'm doing this because it's important. Your arm reaches out and your eyes close as if by their own volition. It's dark all around. You feel cold, slippery flesh. First with your fingertips, then under your palm of your hand. What is this? His face, his cheeks, his nose, his fat, swollen lips. Like a spider, your hand crawls over his features. Everything's silent. Put your fingers in his mouth. The oral cavity is cold and moist. A ball-like tongue attaches itself to the base of the mouth, lolling around like a scallop. You're on the right track. Play with it, this feels right. Tongue moves freely in the cavity. The mucus of the mouth is slippery, delicate to touch. From the soft meat, teeth are budding, hard pearls of bone in the gums, and in the back of the mouth. Can you feel it? You're so close. Rip his jaws open now. Look in. A vision of black and dark red death, pried open by your naked hands and studded with teeth. Looks like he's laughing. Death fumes rising from the throat. And there in the back of his mouth, above the bell of the uvula, right in the soft palate, you see a hole, barely visible to the human eye. It's swollen shut, almost vanished, no larger than 0.4 centimeters in radius. The edges appear darkened. Fuck yeah. You know what I'm gonna do. Fuck yeah. He agrees. Keep going. Touch with your finger gently. A black trickle of liquid runs into his throat from the wound. Put your finger in. Your index fits right in there. Tight tunnel of flesh opens up. Tissue damage. Wide enough for 2 fingers. As you push both in, you reach through his mouth right into his brainstem. Brainstem? Yes, that's what this part is called. You've seen the drawings, you've studied them. Feel around. The basal ganglia feels clumpy. What entered here is torn apart as reptilian complex. Push deeper. Your fingers slide into the remains of his limbic system. There's no resistance. It's gelatinous. The slug-like structures are damaged too. The tearing extends deep into both hemispheres. There's a cavity cut right between the hemispheres. Lieutenant answered with the sound of his pen and paper. Yeah, take notes, buddy. Push deeper. Your fingers are all the way in now, reaching towards the inside of his skull. The cavity goes further, but the entry wound isn't wide enough for the rest of your hand to follow. All of the muscles in your body harden. Time to enter him. Oh, that's punch a hole through his mouth. Now wriggle in. Your fingers reach toward his skull. His cerebral cortex feels like jelly, cold jelly. Strange fluid streams down your wrist as you push deeper, until you feel it on the tip of your finger. Sharp, serrated metal. The edge is cut right into your skin. Oh no. Oh shit. Oh, I don't have my gloves on. Shit, okay. I better get this. The pain is barely noticeable under the adrenaline rush. I feel a solid object right in the skull. Can you get to it? He searches his pockets for something. Inspect the skull. There's a tiny crack, a protrusion in the cranium, right in the back of his head. Your finger must be pointing straight at it from the inside. The object that's in there stops just short of the skull, in the encephalus, knocking this tiny fraction of the cranium. Are you sure we can show this on YouTube? I'm just describing it. You have the makings of a very small exit wound here. Alright, that made it better. Yes! Didn't need the gloves. You pick the object between your index and middle finger. It feels sharp, like metal. You press your teeth together. Your jaw is clenched. All you need to do is just... I got it. Good, good. The fridge in the background buzzes with excitement. Slowly pull your fingers out. The inside of the head feels cold and smooth like a glove as you pull out. Sweat dripping down your brow. Careful not to lose the prize between your fingers. With a plop, your hand emerges from the mouth, covered in blood up to the wrist. Between your fingers, a small flower, a blossom made of lead. A bullet. The lieutenant puts a small bag of marked evidence under it. Drop it in. The bullet falls in the bag, leaving a smattering of blood on the plastic. He raises the bag under his eyes and says, "Unknown caliber, rifled, some kind of brittle alloy, fraction on impact." Keep it, Lieutenant, as a gift. No, no, you deserve it. We can log it later. The lieutenant drops the bag in your bloody hand. It feels light. We need to add an item into the injury list. He turns to his notebook. I'm losing it. Injury number 4. Oval entry wound with an abrasion collar. Soft palate, back of mouth. High velocity, temporary cavity in the brain tissue. Small exit wound on the occiput. He underlines the injury forcefully. How does that sound? Sounds about right. Opinion, fatal injury. Agreed. And one last thing. Click, click goes the pen. We can now fill in injury number 3, ligament mark. Opinion, non-fatal, post-mortem treatment. He's proposing the bullet was the real cause of death, and the hanging was attempted to conceal this fact. Ligament mark, the fractured hyoid bone, it was all treatment. Yes, the belt around his neck, the hanging, even dragging him to the yard, all of it was done after this man was already dead. Dead dabba-doop-doop. Agreed. I've had my doubts for a while now, since I saw there were no signs of struggle on his hands, and no claw marks on his neck. Find the bullet before you get fooled, yeah. There have been other signs too, small things. We were right not to assign hanging as a cause of death. As the perpetrators expected we would, no such luck for them. We didn't fall for it, he thinks. There's pride in there. Who would do this? It's fair for us. That's for us to find out. But this, it'll make finding them just a little bit easier. Why would anyone do this? To hide something. The real killer? The real motivation? What really happened here? I need to wash myself. Ah, you know, you really, really do. Glad to hear you say that. Your room in the whirling and rags should come with the bathroom. Be sure to make use of it in the evening. Okay, we'll do that. Remind me, chat. Remind me to shower. Maybe the bullet holds more answers? Yes, take a closer look at it. I'm certain it has more to tell us. This little thing could reveal much about the weapon that shot it. What happens next? We bag the corpse and carry him to a holding pen. To the holding pen of my Kanema. I can transport him to processing myself, but I will be gone for the rest of the day. You'll be gone? What should I do in the meanwhile? Work on the case, tend to personal matters, try not to do anything too dangerous. An officer needs backup in a neighborhood like this. I'll leave that choice to you. And one more thing. Great work, detective. The word lingers in the air of the basement. Far away ice cream makers are buzzing and the sea wind blows outside. Detective. After you bag the corpse, Lieutenant Kizaragi will leave the party until tomorrow morning. You can do side tasks and even the main case, but it might be more difficult. Plan his exit accordingly. Okay, yeah. We're not going to bag him just yet, because I want those boots. Hang on. First of all, though, the bullet. You'll never shower, you're too gamer for it. Shut up. Hang on, I need to grease my throat. Okay. The bullet is safely sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCM stamp. Kim has filled out the label on the bag with the item number, case number, and date and location the bullet was found. Beside his orderly handwriting, the bullet looks especially sad, like a tiny shriveled head of cauliflower. Feel it. Ugh, excuse me. The squashed bullet has some sharp edges where the jacket is split open. It feels cold, even through the bag. You wouldn't ordinarily have cause to handle jacketed bullets. The Citizens Militia uses cast bullets only. Little pebbles of metal loaded from the muzzle, usually in a cartridge. What do I do with you, bullet? Well, the lieutenant steps closer. I said, what do I do with you, bullet? Well, if I was the bullet, which I'm not, I would say find the weapon that shot me. Good idea. If we find who owns it, we will likely have found who used it, possibly to kill our victim. In conclusion, the more we know about the bullet of yours, the better. The jacket of the bullet is made of yellowish metal. It has blossomed out to reveal a dark gray core. The base of the bullet is close to 5 millimeters in diameter. Look at the jacket. You can just about make out a few striations near the base of the bullet. Little hairlines, linear. It feels standard. The core? It's quite destroyed. Some of the fragments are still lodged in the wound. What can you say about the bullet so far? Wow, I actually know this. Yes, if you've seen bullets before, officer. It's a jacketed bullet close to 5 millimeters in diameter. A jacketed bullet, okay. Would have been shot from a military-grade breech-loading rifle, not from a muzzle loader like those typically found on the streets of Martinez. You're right, this came from a serious weapon. Highly unusual. The people of Revachol haven't carried breech-loading weapons like this for nearly half a century. Even the RCM uses ordinary unjacketed conical bullets. This is strange. Very strange. I like this, officer. Strange means unique. Unique means incriminating. We need to find the gun that shot it. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, hang on. We won't save for this. Something tells you that won't be anytime soon. This will be one of those epic tasks that's open for a while. Oh yeah. A rifle. Revolutionary period. Your bullet looks to be an old 4.46 millimeter. From the surplus left over from the turn of the century. Probably an antique or a retrofitted antique. Make. The 4.46 caliber was widely used with Bell McGraw rifle. Oh, we have that. A Revacholian manufacturer. The BM dominated the battlefields of the Insulindian theater of the Anticennial Revolution 50 years ago. Incidentally, you have just such a rifle with you. The dusty old thing you found hidden in the basement below the commercial area. It's unusable, sadly. If it were, the bullet would probably fit the chamber. Is anyone still making these rifles? No, but Ziegler, a major firearm manufacturer, ended up with a surplus after the war. So there are still a lot of these old military rifles floating around, usually broken. The quality was appalling. Who uses Bell McGraw rifles these days? Antiques enthusiasts, guerrilla fighters in distant countries, a few lucky jamrock bangers. You're looking for the same thing you found in that hidden weapons cache, only in working order. The lieutenant jots something down in his notebook. What are you thinking? Bullet? I think I know where this came from. Okay, and? The shot probably came from a Bell McGraw rifle. An antique. That makes sense. There can't be many breech-loading rifles floating around Martinez, or anywhere in Revachol, really. Probably a good thing. He nods. I have to hand it to the monarchs. It's quite admirable they took the advice of criminologists last century and banned the use of breech-loaders in peacetime. Some new RCM recruits get impatient with their muzzle loaders once they've trained with military-grade weapons, but they realize it's worth it in the end. Prohibiting peacetime law enforcement of front-loaded rifles is a policy enforced by the Moralist International and all the nations of the Riel Belt. Damn, I love the Moralist International now. Worth what? Getting shot? Imagine if everyone, cops, citizens, had access to firearms that could shoot multiple rounds without pausing to reload. After the first shot, the second, third, and so on come much easier. But back to the investigation. Okay, buddy. Weirdly, the opposite's actually true. I won't talk about that, though. Could the victim have been mixed up with some... seems like we're looking for an antiques enthusiast. Doesn't seem that likely, but we'll check out all possible leads. Next step, finding the gun itself. Alright, we're not taking that away yet because I want those boots, so we're gonna move on. What else do we have to do? Oh yeah, go to Everard, okay. Report our business. I'll keep those on for now because I need to pass a composer check later. Let's see if you have anything new to say. Nah. I must luxuriate in the company of my femboy BF. I mean, a giant ass print on the pillow and a pattern of coffee rings in the armrest. Someone is habitually chilling next to the radio. Don't act like that's not exactly what you meant. I plead the fifth. I made that joke to my other friend earlier. Figured I'd pop it out on stream since it's relevant. Alright, we'll talk to Everard and then we'll talk to the Hardy Boys again, I think. I gotta do the accent again for this guy. Don't sit down. Yeah, okay. Mr. Dubois, every worker. He leans towards you, waiting for your to complete his sentence. For himself. And for his fellow man. That's might, Mr. Dubois. You're turning out to be quite the individualist there. The last sentence spoken more to himself than anybody else. So, you had business with me? I'm not a union man, to be clear, by the way. Okay, can you stop with that, please? I opened the door you asked me. Can we discuss the murder now? I'm very glad to hear that, Harry, he says with a smile. One question. You didn't actually happen to stumble in and see what's inside the apartment, did you? There's no way to sway this man in any direction. He is unsuggestible and unswayable. Just tell the truth. Just tell the truth. The deal wasn't for me to go inside, so I didn't. You're right, Harry. You only had to unlock the door. He gives you a clever look, which you did, so we're all good here. Now let's get down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. He pretends to roll up his sleeves. Real police work is going to start happening now. I promise you, Harry. This is going to be good. I've heard a connection between the lynching and the strike. I'd like to hear what you know about it. Hang on. I have a new skill point. I will upgrade visual calculus. By now, I'm sure you've figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pine, sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against those flat caps. I'm listening. Harry, this strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut down the strike by sending in armed mercenaries. You mean our victim? He nods gravely. A security contractor. Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship. And they said hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire. He performs a motion as if spraying bullets from a machine gun. I'm talking beasts. Hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisut, Semenine, Sarah, Mirizia. You name it, they've done it. Raping, killing, burning villages, killing little children for the Senorita Pineapple Company. Harry. Oh, so it's Chiquita Banana. Everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third-world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do was kill the village elephant. Hold on, you have a village elephant? No, Harry. The elephant is metaphorical, and so is the village, but the mercs and their brutality are very real. Go on. Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just move my container. Wait, they moved the container? Yes, I'm an old man, Harry. My legs aren't what they used to be. They lift my office with a big crane. It's actually very fun. You should try it. But enough about me and my fun container. His face turned serious. The killers the company hired, I think there were 3 of them, all hardened commando types. One of them got downright suicidal. Getting drunk, violent, a little rapey? He shakes his head. Even their own negotiator couldn't control them. That's your boy, the one who likes hanging out in trees. By negotiator, you mean Joyce. Harry, he says, endorsing the lieutenant, what you need to realize is we dock workers are not pushovers. We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back, and when we do, he raises his finger, we push to kill. An entire neighborhood of killers. Wait, the whole neighborhood is on it? Potentially, Harry. Potentially. We got arm wrestling champions, rowing club people, ex-coal miners, tough guys, all ready to spring into action for their home base. Who exactly do the pushing? There's a militant wing inside the Union, a group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor but peacekeeping in the neighborhood, making sure everything runs smoothly. They're like you guys, he nods to you and the lieutenant. Idealistic people who want to make sure bad things don't happen. And if they already have, well, punishment must follow. So these idealists kill their victim? One day Titus Hardy, leader of his peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, Boss, socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land. You probably worded it differently, but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave him 2 weeks paid leave and told him to lay low to avoid retaliation. Aren't you worried we might arrest them for this? I'm not afraid at all. I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martinez boys, tough and gritty. I like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them. If he's just boasting, then it sure doesn't feel like that to you. He's not worried. There was a bullet in the hangman's head. So they shot him. He sounds pleasantly surprised. He was shot in the head before he was hanged. How odd, the man shrugs. I don't know what to say, Lieutenant. They told me they hanged him. A hanged man is what I saw when I took a look into that yard. What I do know is the case is in safe hands. If anyone can get to the bottom of this shot and hanged man, it's my 2 little policemen. Godspeed, policemen. I'm really getting into this. How do you know the mercenaries were hired by a shipping company? How do I know? Let me tell you about these people. He slams his fist on the desk. That's their M.O. It's what they do. Last winter, some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. The company sent in Sediment, a security contractor. The strike was over the workers' right to wear protective footwear, Harry. These guys turned up and started beating people. Tell you what, Harry, I wouldn't be surprised if we got the same mercenary company after a little rebranding. And I'm sure as hell not surprised to see an army of scabs under my gates. So you believe the scabs were organized by a security contractor? You said it. Hell! Fist slams on the desk again. One of the guys looks big enough to take down One of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial elephant. Boys like that just don't happen to show up during strikes. The name of the company's colonel this time might have been Sediment before. Of course, you're always 1 step ahead of me, Harry. I'm no genius. I'm in this position because people like me. The remaining mercenaries are organizing a tribunal to take on the Hardys. Tribunal? He appears aghast. That sounds serious, Harry. We Union men should be shitting ourselves. He rubs his chin and smiles suddenly. Wish you hadn't told me that. I'm gonna lose sleep over this. Let's change the subject. He's clearly happy about the tribunal. Oh my god, this guy really wants people to die. This guy really wants to martyr people. Like that's really it. You don't seem too worried about it. Oh, Harry, what do I really think about the tribunal? You're trying to climb over to second base without Efrod before you even courted him properly. He wants you to do more things for him before. Oh, good grief. You mentioned the lawyer girl? Oh, this is a bright one, he grins broadly. I paid for that law degree myself, thinking it'll probably turn her all fancy, but hell, Harry, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me with her zeal. Oh, college turned her to a socialist? Okay, yeah. Tell me about Titus Hardy. They're simply fine young men, all 7 of them, exemplary union members, always working to advance their position in the local socialist democratic movement. Core members. Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reign and named the group after himself. Gotta love his initiative. Interesting. Who's second in command? Oh, they're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had the best interests of Martinez and Ravachol in mind. Ugh. Okay. Work with them? Hell, interview them. But don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the streets. Well, Kim is gay, so that's not really true. Where can I find them? You know what, Harry? He points both index fingers at you. I got a feeling they're going to show up in full force tomorrow. Lieutenant marks on his notebook. In the future, I could use your backing. Could you ask the Hardy Boys to cooperate? Oh, but of course. It's the least I can do for my good friend Harry. I'll do it right after we've concluded this talk. When you meet this Titus, tell him about this. See what he has to say. Also, Harry, here's 5 riel. Why are you giving it to me? I'm not giving you anything. I'm just holding out 5 riel. I've talked to my business-savvy mother, and I don't think unions work like this. Yeah, you mean you don't try to kill people? I don't need it. I only wanted you to help me with the Hardy Boys. Oh, I wasn't offering it to you, just holding it out there. He pockets the bill. But I am willing to share information. Was there anything else? No. Was it a good talk? He leans back, suddenly worried. I'm not sure you've made much headway here. I was hoping we'd bust the case wide open. Heck, I even want to tell you what I really want to achieve with the strike. I don't know what happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. Of course, I also wanted you to find your gun. Great sadness comes over him, but I can't completely trust you yet. Yes, Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left. I'm not, though. I'm really not, he says, slowly shaking his head. I want to, but I just can't. A man of the left, so you have to be a social democrat? He's been hurt too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats. You're right not to trust me. I take care of me. I'm a hustler. I grind. I'm a money engineer. Perfect, Harry. That's perfect. He claps his hands. My version of the left is not against the companies. It's with the companies. Honestly, what I have in mind is a business proposal. A left-wing business proposal, but still. And what would this entail? Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper. He pulls out an envelope. And then mail it to my accountant in La Delta. What are the signatures for? Oh, I'm glad you asked, Harry. The union is going to build a modern youth center in Martinez. He grins broadly. It'll be righteous. We're going to get those teenagers off drugs and on roller skates. There's a nameless little street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have already signed it. I just need 2 more signatures to get this mission off the ground, Harry. Where is this place exactly? On the coast, Harry. Across the canal, there's a little cul-de-sac there. A little village, they're calling it. A gloomy place. You'll find it. I trust your detective skills, Harry. Water drips from the eaves. A woman looks at her freshly tarred skiff. There's a pair of cavalry boots under the fish in the box, and the wind howls like a vicious spirit. What will happen to the current occupants? Oh, they're just going to have to deal with the construction noise for 6 months, and they'll be living like kings, right next to a fancy new youth center, designed by the best architects from Stella Murray. Kim, what do you think of this? It depends. I don't think what we just got from Mr. Clare was very useful, but he thinks it's your call. As I said, it weighs on me heavily. He bowed his head in shame, then looked at him and smiles. But once we get really talking, I'm going to hand you the keys to Martinez, and maybe even help you figure out what's behind this killing. Fine. You bring joy to my heart, Harry. Such a pleasure to be working with you. Here. He hands you an open white envelope. You need to get signatures from Isabel, Sadie, and Lillian Carter. The cul-de-sac is right past the pawn shop and across the canal. I hear there's some trouble with the water lock, but they should fix it by Wednesday morning. Once you have the signatures, mail this to this address. Then I know we can do business together. He runs his fingers through his thin hair. Okay. Hold that thought. Actually, hold on. Don't hold that thought. Oh yeah, we're doing this. We're doing this. Honorable one. You have accumulated a substantial amount of honor points on your life path. You are a man most virtuous. Wait, there were honor points? Of course there were honor points. Did you think no one was paying attention to all your honorable deeds, honorable one? I only try my best. It's the most any of us can do. Oh, the modesty on this one. Another 10 honor points for you, sir. You are on the fast track to becoming one of the rarest, most revered of all police officers. An honor cop. Isn't honor sort of an archaic concept? Living in the name of virtue and doing noble deeds while expecting nothing in return is not archaic. How can you even think that? Selflessness forms the basis for the warrior code, an ageless code, as fit for nomadic Ilmarian tribes as traversing the vast red plateau in Provincia Gordy, as is for your neighborhood postman. A warrior code, you say? I do feel like a warrior. The whole thing's beginning to sound very me. They're normally called brownie points. You are like a wandering night monk, setting right the wrongs of the world you came upon. Are you ready to drink deep from the cup of honor? My honor is my life. Yes, your deeds have spoken for you, honorable one, but to fully drape oneself in an eternal cloak of honor, a ritual must be completed, a rite of honor. Even among the honorable, only the most dignified are deemed worthy. But you, O honorable one, have excelled in honor. Honor comes from deep within you, and to truly know oneself, to know one's honor, you must reach deep within oneself and touch one's honor. Okay? You need to bring the thumb of your right hand, your sword hand, to your rectum and stick it in there to form the arch of honors. Wait, what if someone comes to seize me? Then they will witness honor so great it seems nigh impossible a single man can contain it. They will admire you, honorable one. All I ever wanted was to live with dignity, to die with honor. Stick in the ears. Stick your thumb in your ass. What are you doing? The lieutenant jumps away from you. I am honoring myself, Lieutenant. Well, don't. The lieutenant looks truly shocked. Have you no self-control? And realizing the naivete of the question, looks at the ground. Please spare me the sight. The lieutenant is a noble man, but he does not know honor like you and I do. Best not to waste time trying to explain. Lead by example. Congratulations, honorable one. You will become a member of a noble faculty. A man kneels, an honor cop rises. Go forth and commit even more honorable deeds. And should you assault of a raver, remember the right of honor. It will always cleanse a man's soul. It's an honor to serve with you. Honor, cop. I'm fucking losing my shit. Oh, God. Unlock a new slot. What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, God. What do I do? Oh, I think I have to get a skill point for this. Okay. I see. I see. That's how it works. How to make everyone comfortable at the party. God, I really got into that though. That was really intense. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm back. shit. Sorry. Don't be passive aggressive about it. Okay. Stop bullying me. Okay. Alright. Alright. We're doing this again. This is where you say you're a bit. A broad-shouldered man points at you with a beer can. Detective, Lieutenant acknowledges you with a sharp nod. Note, he's leaving it to you. Don't say anything yet. Hey, dipshit! You hard of hearing or something? The boss man's talking to you. Is he fucking kidding? This guy high or something? The little guy looks at his mate in disbelief. Hey, asshole, up here, we're talking to you. We're looking for Titus Hardy. Lieutenant turns to the broad-shouldered man at the end of the table. We need to talk about the man hanged out back. This is about him. He looks around. A real looker, that one. Sure took your time, huh? He looks at Titus for approval. Waited for him to get real ripe and pretty for you. Oh, he was a real pretty boy, hanging up there. Let now that pretty boy smell. Can't for the life of me understand why you did it. He spreads his arms. I mean, I would have just left him up there. You must really like cleaning up other people's shit. You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this. These guys are so macho they're ready to confess to first-degree murder. Ask if it was them. Scan the room. No. He points to himself. Eyes here. You got business with my boys. You got business with me. You understood what you were doing and taking inventory of them. Now watch the other guys fuck it up by falling out of line. Yeah, you fuck with the Hardy boys. You fuck with Titus Hardy. Shouts a scrawny, rat-faced man, 2 teeth missing in the front. Yes, falling out of line to please him. This is the best kind. And now this guy is gonna... Relax, Dennis. No one is fucking you yet, says the 40-something man from the corner with a plectrum hanging from his neck. Used to take dig his friend. Floodgates open. Yeah, Dennis, calm down. Blonde man in his 30s agrees. No one's fucking you, you stupid fuck. Let Dennis enjoy his fucking, man. We don't mind. You notice gang tattoos. This man must be either Mesk or Merizian. This one knows how to keep things going. He's a hothead, but not one to be taken lightly. The last one's a bit of black sheep. Yeah, the fat guy in the middle. Ugh. Oh, I'm hiccuping. The fat guy in the middle lets out a little chuckle. You're not even being fucked, Dennis. Easy, fellas. We got company. Titus puts an end to it. Let's see what brings the cop around. Too late. You already got a pretty good picture of these guys. You can use this. What can I use it for? Taking a look at the tracks in the yard, see if they fit with the characters here. It could be incriminating. The man hanging in the backyard. Did you do it? The pretty boy? He takes a sip from his can. You guys really love talking about that pretty boy. Funny, the lieutenant says without a smile. My partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you. We've spoken to the head of the union. Everard? Yeah, him. What did he tell you? His eyes narrow. That we killed him? That we took a cargo belt from the harbor, went out back and used it to hang him? Looks you dead in the eye, because we did. All of us together. I hope he told the story straight. I hope he told it well. Ah, so you just confessed to murder? Goddamn right No. The woman interjects. These 7 honest men have equally come forth. We told you what happened, so you don't waste any more of your time. You murder him just like that? No remorse? How many people have you sent to the chase? Ever felt remorse for them? Chasse électrique is the method of a capital punishment in Revachol under the Coalition. During the suzerain's reign, it used to be the firing squad. Or send them to reunion to rot for 20 years for life? He says as if it were worse than dying. And reunion was that. The River Esperance Correctional Facility, a military prison run by the Coalition dubbed Reunion by the inmates. The origin of the name is unknown. What we do is different. We enforce the law. You kill people like nothing. But you see, a lawman, he says, squeezing his beer can, is something people agree upon. And here in Martinez, we agree that this man did die. When did this occur? You don't have to answer any of his questions. The fixer turns to remind Titus. I know, Lizzie. Relax. He takes a sip. We killed him last Sunday night. Seems like a good way to end the week. How long have you known the victim? Known him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole. Yeah, who do you think we are? Quiet. Titus gives Glenn a stern look. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy? By the Pines cow, you mean Joyce Messier, the representative for Wild Pines. The lieutenant pretends to check his notes. The same company you're striking against. No, he stresses. I mean, the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow is sending to fuck us over. But you know what? He rubs his chin, pretending to mull it over. This is where he tries to sow discord between you two, because he knows the company is responsible for bringing the mercenaries down. Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough. That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. He turns to you. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions. Why did you kill him? Why? He hisses through his teeth. Because he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out of line in my town. So he was a mercenary, that's it. And he stepped out of line, he repeats, his jaw clamped shut like a vice. What kind of mercenary? Kind of shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Cohoy and Seminine written all over him. Extraordinaire Special Forces. A live grenade, the man spreads his arms, right here in our belt, our bar. This one has a special gripe with him coming here. I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara. How do you even know he was with the Special Forces? Because one night he walked straight up to the mic and said, I'm Orionese goddamn Special Forces, and I'm gonna fuck you all. Really? Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there, sang some Orionese paratrooper song, said he's gonna fuck everyone. We couldn't believe it either, but he fucking did. Right there. He pointed to the stage like some kind of animal. Pointed to the stage like some kind of animal. But what did he actually do wrong? Wrong? He roars. He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning. He wipes spittle from his mouth. There's slight unease in him suddenly. He regrets mentioning the rape. To kill us all if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. Crack his knuckles. And that was before he started coming here. He said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming here every night, drinking, grabbing girls, grabbed one of ours, make karaoke right there on the stage. He grabbed someone? The lieutenant's trying to make sense of the flood of information. Yeah, this girl's on the mic, a beautiful girl, young, gets in the second verse of Lover Lake. Fucker grabs her leg, starts screaming, "Show me your gun! Why are you showing me your gun?" Then he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down. He shakes his head in disbelief. Was this the same girl who was sexually assaulted? Rape, you said? Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen. Yeah, me and Eugene got her out. Aren't you fucking listening? He repeats like a parrot. Right, but who did he rape then? This is a very serious allegation. No. There's a moment of silence. You're not getting a name. That's a Martinez matter. I'm not discussing with you clowns. Despite the stonewalling, you slip one more question in. I'm going to ask one last time. Who did the dead man rape? Titus, do not answer. You've been forthcoming enough. Fuck off, cop. He does take the advice. She's gone through enough without you harassing her, too. She doesn't need more embarrassment. What are you talking about? Embarrassment? If someone's been sexually assaulted, we need to... What you need is to get the fuck out of my face! You hear the aluminum crack in his palm as he squeezes the beer can. I've had enough of explaining myself to you fucks. He's dead. It's done. Titus, shut up. Yeah, he's not. He's talking way too much, honestly. Ugh. Like, dude, you've already incriminated yourself to hell and back. If you didn't have a gun that was better than mine, I would have arrested you by now. The woman turns to you calmly. As you can see, these men can only take so much baseless scrutiny. I'm doing my best to keep the situation civil, but what follows is a slow headshake. It won't be for long, she means. It's true, she was the only thing holding him back. How did you kill him? We hanged him up by his neck until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, Copper? Didn't they teach you anything at cop school, idiot? You're pretty sure you've had at least 2 years of cop school and many more of active service. Certainly not enough to not put up with his back sass. Deliver a knockdown observation. Now you listen to me, Sonny Jim. The autopsy showed the victim's hands weren't tied. No signs of struggle. Explain this and make it real simple. He looks even more irritated than before. Look, I'm not gonna play 20 questions with you, Capo. I'll say it again. We killed him. Yeah, I knocked him out. The tattooed one speaks up, banging on his chest. Came up behind him and clubbed him in the back of the head. He went bound like a sack of sand. That's right, lawman. He spits with teeth. Then we hang the fuck. Mr. Tats, what did you use to knock the victim out? My fucking elbow, Copper. He looks you straight in the eye. Sumerian boxing style. Sumerian boxing, or Sambo, is an eloquently violent set of one-on-one fighting moves originating from the Sumerian Isola. Sambo style implies stealth, cleverness, and cool. Where did all this action take place? Right fucking here. He spreads his hands. Eugene already told you the fuck it started coming to our bar. Yeah, man, weren't you listening? Oh, please. Ah! You know what? No. God damn it, dude. Oh my god, dude. No, you know what? Redo! Hang on. Honor cop done. It's like XCOM, you get a 98% chance to hit, but you still miss anyway. Ugh. I should have saved before doing that. I'm a moron. Oh, good grief.
shit. No, but seriously, who calls shots around here? Who do you fucking think does? He sounds more amused than angry. Ever our Clary runs the union, you answer him, right? You keep him the fuck out of this. He leans towards you. We have autonomy. It's all on us.
Everett runs the union, I run the Hardy Boys. When Titus Hardy says he runs the Hardy Boys, the woman adds, he means in an administrative capacity. On that night, everyone acts as one man.
Hold on. No. Do this one more time. Hold on. Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. Oh, wow, the RCM sent some big dick cops. Real big dick cops. Look at them, reckless swinging in the wind. Yeah, look at the big dick on that cop. Can't tell a dick that big what to do. Must be something in the water and jam rock, he says thoughtfully. Yeah, gave them real nice big dicks. Yeah, anyway. You don't want to start asking questions now. Yeah. Don't earn me. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez. Go back to your station where you belong. And we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus. And those job for not long enough to know that the people don't trust just confess to first-degree murder, even if it's a group responsibility. We're going to look into this. Good luck with that. He grabs another beer. You've heard everything a Rent-A-Cop is going to hear from us real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating. Rent-A-Cops, that's what this is about. He doesn't see you as equals. You've mapped out the characters? Okay, good. Reading the footprints in the yard should be easier now. Take off now. wait, hang on. This is wrong. Got it. Titus is solid as a rock, and so are a few others, but tell me who's solid. Elaine, who looks like he might be Titus's right-hand man. The least antsy of the bunch. Definitely not his first time being questioned by the police. This little rat-faced fellow is solid too. Always fidgety, yes, but no change there. Him neither. Mostly keeps to his tomato juice or whatever he's got there. He's cracking. This one. He's sweating profusely and has difficulty breathing. They smartly kept him out of the discussion this far. Definitely the weakest link in the chain. A single sentence would wear him out. He can't take the length of questioning. Keep it going long enough and he'll crack. Ugh. Hey, you. You having trouble breathing over there? No. He looks up startled. His forehead. Ugh. I keep burping. Shiny from sweat. A few coiled locks are peeking out from under his warm woolen hat. Of course he's having trouble breathing. Just look how fucking fat he is. The man next to the big guy bursts out laughing. Fuck off, Skanky. The big boss steps in. Angus is a powerful guy, all muscle. Keep your eye on the powerful guy. Sooner or later he's gonna break like a piece of twig. Something you're not telling me. Fuck you too, Copper. Picking on Angus like this. We're done with this school arts shit. And just so you know, he doesn't have trouble breathing. His all-muscle comment wasn't sarcastic. He's genuinely trying to look out for Angus. This one's a stone wall. You won't get more out of them about the night of the murder yet. Not yet. How does the bullet in his head factor into this? Huh? A sip of beer makes the surprise go down easier. There was a bullet in the dead man's brain, the Lieutenant Exton notes. Why was it there if you hanged him? How the fuck do I know? Anyone could have shot him. Target practice, maybe? Another sip. He's tight-lipped suddenly. His line of questioning is over. The woman steps in before he can answer. You got the cause of death already, hanging. If there's any more post-mortem trauma, it's your problem. This will not turn into a cross-examination. Alright, fine. Yeah, we're not doing this yet. You still haven't explained the bullet I found lodged in the man's head. You still on about a bullet? He passed the back of his head. A bullet in the hangman's head? You're right, Copper. That is mighty curious. Indeed, mighty. How did it get there? The lieutenant is fixed on Titus. Gives you an indulgent look. Well, there are so many bullets in this world and so many heads. I guess it's only logical. At some point, one of them bullets had to end up in one of them heads. It's bound to happen again, you know. Taps on his right temple. Just statistically speaking, of course. I'm going to ask you again. Why was this in the victim's head? Ha! The little man leans in to expect the leaden blossom. He's gotten a real evidence bag and all. Why don't you go home and log into evidence? These men have told you what happened. I think the hanging was a cover-up for the shooting. You know what I think? He raised his finger. I think he was shot in the head as a kid, and his brain grew around the bullet. Around the bullet, man. Elaine pinches the root of his nose. That's a good one. They're only pretending to enjoy this. Beneath the act, they don't like you knowing this. Did you guys shoot him? Shit! He throws his head back. I probably did shoot him. I was drunk last night. You guys know me when I'm drunk. Yeah, Glenn likes to shoot his guns when he's drunk. The little guy looks you in the eye. Better hope he stays sober. No, he meant before he was hanged. You shoot him before you hanged him. Before, after, during? She spreads her arms. This is getting ridiculous. They told you what happened. Stop wasting your time. Okay. Oh, I've never been worried in my life, lawman. He crossed his hairy arms, having forgotten his beer for a moment. It's not like you blew it wide open, but there's a little crack in there somewhere. Told you already, I spoke to Everard and he said you'd cooperate. Ah, so you went and talked to my mommy, and now she's making me play with you, he spits. Is that it, lawman? What's gonna happen if we don't? Little guy leans forward. You're gonna go on telling us? Why don't you push me some more and find out, Gimp? You gonna let him talk to me like that, Titus? Turns his eyes full of hurt to the big man. Let's see. He chuckles. Yeah, I guess I am, you big pussy. He turns back to you. The old man sent word you'd be around again. That's the reason I'm being so forthcoming with you. Don't wear it out. Oh, we're getting up there. I talked to Joyce, the merc you hanged. His friends are coming for you. Yeah? He doesn't seem worried. By friends, you mean his squad mates from Krenum? Wouldn't want to beat up his grandma. They're snickering in the room. Some of the men put their beers down. Nervous snickering. There's a rush of adrenaline present. Yes, they're forming some kind of tribunal and they meant it for you. This is what happens if you take the law into your own hands. Other people start doing it too. Let him come, Blondie yells across the cafeteria. The Hardy Boys are right fucking here. You heard the man, right here. He points to the ground. We're armed, we got the whole district behind us, and Glenn's fucking crazy. Yeah, well-oiled murder machine. He punches Blondie on the shoulder. The mood is on the rise. They're feeling confident, ready to punch out the whole merc platoon. Did you know that a single Cirrus giant hornet can kill 40 bees in a minute? Fuck is that supposed to mean? You're the bees, they're the hornet. We're not bees, we're men. We're socialists. Easy, E. He's trying to phase you. Turns to you. What are you trying to do? Scare my men? Krenel's bad news, you know that, right? Spray it, beer. So were the local gangs, the fucking Barmy Army and the Madre scum. You've been out there. Seen any around? Yeah, where are they now, huh? He points south. Sent back to Madre in an airtight cargo crate. These people are trained military professionals, though. Special forces, you said. They're not a gang or a Barmy Army. No, they're not. They're uncoordinated and drunk. We know more about them than you think. They're armed with automatic weapons. We got weapons of our own. He cracks open his vest to give you a glimpse of his holster. We got Eister 50s, Zieglers. Glad's got a knock cannon at home. Will they pierce ceramic armor? I guess we're gonna see, aren't we? See what? They don't? Yeah, like you've been up against ceramic armor. He takes a sip of beer to bide his time and tries to get the last word in. You haven't even seen the whole suit, right? I've seen the whole fucking thing. It didn't make him immortal. Joyce said they've gone rogue. Nobody's controlling them. Big fucking surprise, he mutters. They hire psycho scum armed with teeth and let them loose in the city. What do you think's gonna happen? He's really prepping himself up for this. He has to keep the fear in check. Okay? What do you mean, okay? I mean, okay, they're gonna wipe you the fuck out, Titus. No, they won't. He shakes his beer at you. Get out of here with your negative energy. He really doesn't like you ruffling their feathers like that on what might be the eve of battle. All he means is that the situation is serious. And no wonder you cops get shot to shit every day. Can't go to war with an attitude like that. Oh, we're doing great. Hang on. Level up authority. Oh yeah, baby. Okay. Once we get to 70s, that's how you know it's good. That's Fallout. Shit. Establish authority. Yes, authority. Feverish thoughts race through your mind. Can't manage your gun. Why? It is not what he thinks it is. It's a great idea. I'm afraid it's not what you think it is either. Everybody calm down, this is only a demonstration. Kim, the gun, please. What in the name of fuck are you doing? But Lieutenant looks worried. He whispers, I don't want to give you my gun, not after the last time. Fuck's happening, Titus? What are they whispering about? Easy, skanks. The leader just room to stand down. I want to see where this is going. I know what I'm doing. It's not my first day on the police job. Police job? He tilts his head to the side of it as if expecting you. A brief moment passes in silence, then the pressure in the room grows to a boiling point. Careful, it's loaded. He unholsters it and gives you this firearm. It feels oddly light and buzzing in your hand, like a funny toy. Good. Now, point it in your mouth. Point it in your mouth. But I want to point it at them. I want to point it at them. Quit your whining. Everyone knows how to do that. You're a special man. You're going to point at yourself. Go ahead. Show them. Put the gun in your mouth. What are you doing? The short, cold barrel touches your lips. It tastes like iron in hell. Genuine panic flies across the lieutenant's face. Fellas, the big guy glances over his shoulder. You getting any of this? These are my thoughts. This is my head. What in the name of motherfuck? He looks closer, squinting at you. Acidic taste in your lips. Corrosive. Once as a child, you put your tongue against the rail. It was winter. That was a long time ago. The fuck is he saying? Some insane shit? Nothing. Give me the gun. I'm not fucking this case up. You will respect me. We'll solve this case. Look at me. Don't worry. He appears calm suddenly. This demonstration's not helping at all. Inside the small mechanism, you can hear a spring tensing up. Because I sort of want to see that shit. You won't, man. His fucking balls ain't big enough. I'm gonna kill myself now, you fucking whore. That's the second time I've died. Fuck these guys. Oh my god. Deranged cop kills himself. Citizen in shock as a deranged law official, reportedly from the 31st precinct, shot himself in the head last night in the middle of a crowded cafeteria in downtown Martin Hayes. The exact details of the incident have not been revealed, but first-hand witnesses claim the officer is making a point. Can't say I'm surprised, Lawrence Garchi, manager of the Whirling and Rags cafeteria where the incident took place, commented. He was extremely unstable and had threatened to kill himself before. Wow, okay. What's the time? Hour and a half? Yeah, I think that's good enough. Well, just like last time, ended on me dying. Fantastic. Ah, that was fun. Oh my god. Good night. God bless. Thank you for watching. And, yeah, you know, tune in next time.